And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. That the Lord gave us. The Lord gave us our own heritage that we're discontinued from because of our transgression. But this is an understanding that we need, okay? I mean, we need an understanding from God. We need to understand how God wants us to serve Him correctly, okay? I mean, and then we'll be put above these nations. How we were supposed to be. How God created us to be. We weren't created to be equal with you, my man.
For ye provoked Him that made you by sacrificing unto devils.
That's right.
And not to God.
So you provoke the hand that moves for you to move on you.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
So the curse is poured upon us for transgressing the law which is found in the law of Moses. We choose for God to do like this to us, okay? Instead of Him bringing us into the fold of His arms.
Right.
All these other nations that we know that we're powerful in is reigning over us, okay?
Right.
I mean, we don't want to know why. We just think it's a system. We just think it's the system of America, but it's God. I mean, God is causing a system of America to oppress you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine.
The Most High God, Yahweh, claims the descendants of Jacob as His. He says, thou art mine. I mean, you belong to God, sister. Y'all belong to God. So it's things that y'all got to do to be in God's pleasure.
To the earth, we the ones with the flavor. How we let these weak niggas count and enslave us. Cause we folk don't create out of anger. Lost our protection, put our life all in danger. We the ones fighting in them cages like Vega. Killing off each other, doing our enemies a favor. Modern day slave masters wanna slay ya. Got no protection, we the ones who need a savior. Whole world against us, crackers wanna lynch us. Just because we wearing black hoodies, we suspicious. Even if we found out guilty, they'll convict us. The whole time they eat up us and make us do the dishes.
All praises to the Most High God of Israel, whose true name is Yahweh, in the name of His firstborn son, Yahweh Shah. We are the Hebrew Israelites, the descendants of Jacob. And we come out here to teach the people who they are according to the Most High God, Yahweh.
Right.
And to give y'all your heritage.
Right.
The correct ways to bring y'all back to the ways of God that God set forth before you for y'all to take on.
Right.
This isn't for everybody. It's for the Israelites.
Right.
So let me get Isaiah 58:1, okay?
It's Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
So raise your voice among your people. Cry out to your people. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. Be heard. Spare none. Let them know what's going on. Read, Ken.
And show my people their transgressions. In the house of Jacob, their sins.
So y'all can know that y'all are transgressing. You got to know when you're transgressing the laws of God. You got to know when you're sinning. Otherwise, you'll just be out here thinking that you're following the correct ways and doing wrong.
Right.
So we come out here to show the house of Jacob, the house of Israel, their sins. Y'all need to know when y'all transgressing. Y'all need to know when y'all doing wrong. Y'all need to know how to do right according to the Most High God.
Right.
Don't you want to know how to do right, King? I mean, not according to your own understanding. What God says is right and what God says is wrong. I mean, we just can't be feeling like what we feel is right and what we feel is wrong according to our own understanding. We have to be obedient to God.
Right.
Okay? But our people are lost. Our people are lost. They don't come up here. They don't want the milk. They don't want the milk. They don't want to come drink the milk that'll feed them, that'll help them learn something. They want to stay away from it. They want to stick to their own understanding because it helps them to be able to stay into their ways that's ignorant. I mean, we got to come out of this ignorance. We got to come out of the ways of America. You smile. I mean, You got something you want to know? What's your nationality? You Iraqi? Or you're a Muhammad dude? You're a Mohammedism. Yeah, that's very crazy that you rock with that. But that's your heritage. You were born into it. Hey, I got a question for you. Did you take your Shahada? Yeah, I bet not, because you was born into that filthiness. Let me get Jeremiah 17:4. What's up, Ken?
Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
So our practices we personally were given from the Most High God, Yahweh, would be stripped from us.
Right.
So we wouldn't be practicing our cultures that we were given from God. We would be practicing other things.
Right.
We will be indoctrinated into other things, other beliefs. That's not our heritage. That's not our culture. Read, Ken.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
That the Lord gave us. The Lord gave us our own heritage that we're discontinued from because of our transgression, because of our disobedience to the Most High God. So we're out here not knowing how to serve the Most High God correctly. I mean, we're out here serving the Most High God according to our own understanding and what we feel, because we are discontinued from our heritage, princess. We are discontinued from the ways of God, the ways that God gave us. I mean, we got to come back to God so we can know how to treat ourselves. Right. Our people don't want to know, though. You see, they walk by, they look, but you know, they give us that look like y'all need to cut it out. Y'all need to cut it out, man. What y'all out here talking about? We talking about God, and God love y'all, but y'all don't love God.
The world got them thinking what we doing up here is corny.
So read, huh?
Says, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
So we'll be serving our enemies in a land that we don't know because our forefathers didn't know America. They weren't in this land practicing the ways of the Most High God. So we're here serving our enemies because the Bible predicts that.
Right.
So we are the people that's in the land right now that our forefathers didn't know, that's serving our enemies. It is y'all. Y'all are the people that are in the land that your forefathers didn't know. Read, Ken.
Serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger.
That's right. The Most High God is here. He is hot with us. He is steaming. We kindled a fire in God that is going to burn forever.
Right.
So God is upset with us. God is hot, like how a father is upset with his child and rebukes him. We're being rebuked and getting our ass kicked from the Most High God.
Right.
This is love. Because if he didn't love us, he would just, we wouldn't have these scriptures to be able to return to and learn how to serve our Lord correctly.
Right.
So we can pull that bootstrap from out our asses.
Right.
But this is the understanding that we need, okay? I mean, we need an understanding from God. We need to understand how God wants us to serve him correctly, okay? I mean, and then we'll be put above these nations, how we were supposed to be, how God created us to be. We weren't created to be equal with you, my man. Let me Deuteronomy 32:26, Ken. I mean, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Native Indians are the best people in this earth, on this land, in this world, in the world. God said, not me, God did.
Right.
God said y'all are the best people out here that dominate at everything. The Arab ain't got nothing for y'all.
Right.
I mean, them East Indians ain't got nothing for y'all.
Right.
And them Chinese people ain't got nothing for y'all.
Right.
I mean, but if y'all ain't keeping these laws and these commandments, if y'all ain't following the rules of the covenant that the Most High set before you, then they are going to have something over y'all.
Right.
I mean, but it's going to be by God's hand that they're going to be able to destroy you.
Right.
That they're going to be able to overpower you with their weapons, with all the things that God gave them to be able to take on the strongest people that God created. Bring that out, okay? 38:26. Bring that out.
Deuteronomy 38 and
32,
20.
32 and 26. Salaki.
Deuteronomy 32 and 26. That was my fault. I said I would scatter them into corners.
God said he would scatter us into corners. All the corners of the earth, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians would be scattered. God's chosen children would be scattered everywhere. Read, Ken.
I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
So not only is he going to spread us out all everywhere, and he's going to discontinue us from our heritage. He's going to make our memories cease of our practices. Right. We're not going to remember nothing of the Israelites. It's going to be taken from us, and we're going to be doing other things that's not what God gave us. Right. God said he's going to discontinue us from these things. He's going to take us from the things that he gave us, sister. And we're going to be serving other things, doing other things, not according to the things that God gave us to do, okay? You know what I mean? We got to come back. We got to get back into this Bible and into these laws and commandments so we can get back on God's good side, on God's good graces. This is what we have to do, sister. We have to learn what God wants for us. You know what I mean? So you and that pretty girl right there could be saved. I mean, so we gotta come back. You shaking your head. No, you disagreeing with God, not me. I ain't trying to hear none of that, and God ain't either.
Right.
Read, Ken.
Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy? Read.
Oh, Salaki.
That was it.
No, just run that back for me.
Come. Deuteronomy 32 and 26. I said I would scatter them into corners.
So you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will be scattered into corners. All over the world. That's why God's chosen children, you can find them everywhere. Read, King.
I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
So not only am I going to discontinue from your heritage, but I'm going to remove your remembrance of it from you and those among you. This is partly why you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians think you're Muslims, think you're Christian, or call yourself African American, or Puerto Rican like my brothers behind me. Y'all think y'all Jamaicans, Mexicans. God did that to y'all. Since what he gave you wasn't good enough, you want to copycat your enemies. You don't want to be the head of your situation, so you're going to be the tail.
Right.
Hey? Y'all want to lead the pack, so y'all going to follow the pack.
Right.
Y'all going to follow them. Y'all going to do what these weak people do. Yeah, I bet you don't. We don't have the best English. This language was forced on us.
Right.
We just better at everything than y'all are. So, we know how to speak things better than what y'all do. Let me get Baruch 4 and 6, Ken. What we out here showing y'all today is what's going to happen, the punishments we get for transgressing the laws of God. Why the disobedience is causing us to be in the form we're in now in America, and all over the place.
Right.
Bring that out for me,
Baruch 4 and 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath.
So God scattered us, being sold into slavery, and because of our continued transgression of God's laws, we're continually punished and delivered into the hand of our enemies to serve them.
Right.
And so this is why we're the best people on the earth, like my brother brought out earlier, but in the lowest of all the parts in the world. We're the bottom feeders.
Right.
We're the crabs pulling each other down.
Right.
Because we don't want to follow the laws of God. We don't want to be the best people on the earth. We think that's a bad thing. I mean, we think God didn't make a better people than everybody else. We want to think that God made everybody the same. But God is telling you that you are a better people than all other people on the earth.
Right.
This is the Bible speaking that y'all say that y'all believe in. This is the Bible saying that y'all are a better people than the so-called European Caucasian man and woman.
Right.
This is the Bible saying that you are better than the so-called African, you Negroes. You are nothing like the African,
right,
Negroes.
Right,
You provoke, read, can't bring that up.
Ye were delivered unto the enemies, for ye provoked him that made you. That's by right. Sacrificing unto devils.
That's right.
And not to God.
John. So you provoke the hand that moves for you to move on you.
Right.
The hand of the Most High God will be moving for you, but since you want to be on disobedient to him, he's going to move on you.
Right.
He going to smite you instead of moving you out of the way, right, for the destruction. He going to bring you to it. But y'all provoke that. We provoke that because he's punishing us as a nation. I mean, we ain't never tried being obedient to God as a nation of people.
Right.
I mean, but we've tried being disobedient to him as a nation of people.
Right.
Which is why we getting our asses kicked.
Teach y'all.
Because we don't got no problem with that. And we just out here being disobedient, you know, at our own will. I mean, but we don't want to learn how to get out of this situation. So we're going to stay in it. I mean, and we're going to keep provoking God to kick our ass.
Right.
I mean, like, it can't be more simple than that. I mean, y'all just don't want to listen. I mean, but the rules, the rules of God are simple. I mean, you just got to have the spirit to listen. You got to have the spirit to want to listen. You got to have the spirit to follow and take heed and walk in a direction that the Most High God wants you to walk in. Let me get Daniel 9 and 11.
It's Daniel 9 and verse 11. Yeah. All Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
So all Israel has transgressed the laws of God. The Israelites are being disobedient towards God. But what's new, right? That's what we do. Don't listen. Don't want to listen to God. We want to do our own thing. I mean, but God is saying y'all are transgressing his laws.
Right.
This is God saying this. You transgressing the laws of God, trying to learn your laws in the Christian church. That's not where God wants you to learn at.
Right.
We heard the laws of God, we just refused them. Read, Ken.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
So the curse is poured upon us for transgressing the law which is found in the law of Moses.
Right.
Because those are the laws. The Torah. And they're in the Bible now. You can still find these laws. These are the laws that you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are transgressing. These are the laws that you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need understanding of. These are the laws that was given to God and brought to us at our doorsteps. This Bible is for you, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you Israelites.
Right.
Read, King. Give me 12.
Come. And he hath confirmed his word, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
So it's saying that the Most High God Yahweh has kept every word, his promise, his promise he said will happen has happened.
Right.
Nothing anywhere under heaven or on earth has been more traumatic than what took place in Jerusalem.
Right.
Than was taking place to the Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
The Holocaust ain't got nothing on what happened to my people, to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
And in fact, that benefited you Jewish. That benefited them and made them the richest people in the world.
Right.
They own everything. The Holocaust got them financially set, got their children financially set. They have your heritage.
Right.
Read, Ken.
For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
What I just said. Nothing has been done more hectic than what's been done to our people. Don't you agree?
Right.
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I seen you nodding your head, so you know you in agreement, and you're gonna be a slave. You're gonna be my slave, white man.
Right.
Read, Ken.
As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet may we not our prayer before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth.
Every curse in the law of Moses didn't touch the children of Israel, but we still haven't come forth for forgiveness.
Right.
I mean, we still want to be disobedient and still want to be rebellious. Get you a do-over, okay? Get you a do-over with the Most High. I mean, get these laws. What you call yourself, Ken? What's your nationality? What you believe in?
Islam.
You believe in Islam?
Yes, sir.
But you know that's an Arabic religion, right, Ken? You know in the Quran it tells you that the true religion was given to Abraham and Jacob, right? And Jacob's an Israelite. Abraham was a Hebrew. I mean, we gotta come back to the covenant. And Ishmael, the Muslims are not a part of the covenant.
Right.
They don't got no parts of that. They got parts of the Kaaba stone now.
Right.
And them idols inside it. I mean, that they want to bow down to and all that nastiness. I mean, they don't have no part in what you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got parts of that the Most High God gave to y'all. The Muslims got something totally different. I mean, the covenant wasn't made with the Muslims.
Right.
I mean, so why are y'all all in this Arabic religion?
Makes no sense.
It's not for y'all. The ways of Muhammad is not for the Muslims. It's for you though. And you can be Muslim. All you are, Islam is for all you whites and Indians and everybody except Israel. Islam is for y'all.
Right.
I mean, if you're a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, that Islam ain't for y'all.
Right.
Y'all need to get up out of that, and y'all need to learn what was here, what was given to y'all before this Quran was even revealed. I mean, because the Quran was brought to tell people what was for them. I mean, but it was scriptures that was revealed before the Quran to tell the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians was for them. It's separate. It's not the same thing.
Right.
What was given to Isaac wasn't given to Ishmael.
Right.
But y'all want to make yourself not y'all want to say y'all not the best people that God created. And it don't make no sense. Let me get go ahead, bring it up.
Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God has made you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be a special people, a holy people unto himself. Not to be like everybody else.
Precept.
Bring it up.
Isaiah 40:17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing.
So if you in the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, God sees you as nothing.
Right.
He sees you less than nothing if you're not of the nation of Israel, the Israelites. You are less than nothing according to God.
Right.
So why would y'all want to be in these beliefs of people that God is calling nothing? God is calling these people nothing. God is calling other nations outside of the nation of Israel nothing.
Right.
He says they're less than nothing, okay? I mean, he says the Muslims are less than the Israelites.
Right.
I mean, so why do we want to follow that? Why do we want to make ourselves less than?
Precept.
Bring it out, okay?
Deuteronomy 32:8 in the GNT. The Most High assigned nations their land. He determined where people should live. He assigned each nation a heavenly being. But Jacob's descendants he chose for himself.
That's how important you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are to the Most High God. He gave everybody their own thing. Everybody got something to cling to. Everybody got something to hold on to. We got God.
Right.
You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got God. We don't have a cobblestone. We don't have a wooden cross. We don't have a Buddha. We don't have gold.
Right.
We got God. We got the Most High God to hold on to.
Right.
That's all we have. We are a holy people unto God. God holds us close to himself. God embraces us. It's like, if we love God, God will hug us.
Right.
I mean, but instead we choose to be pushed away as a nation. We choose for God to do like this to us, okay? Instead of him bringing us into the fold of his arms.
Right.
I mean, why we as a nation, why us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are choosing to be pushed away from God? And our enemies, and our enemies can overpower us because this is what we choose.
Right.
We choose to be oppressed because we choose to be disobedient.
Right.
I mean, sister, we are choosing to be oppressed, sister. I mean, because God told us if we loved him and come back and follow these commandments, he will set us on high above all nations of the earth. You know what I mean? You know we ain't supposed to smoke weed, but the Bible said you can eat herb, right? Well, then why are you smoking it, sister? I mean, you can eat it in a healthy way and get the same effects. I mean, and God allows you to eat it. God says every herb should be for meat. Which means it's something you can chew for food.
Right.
I mean, that's unhealthy right there. I mean, that's why when you smoke, you cough because your lungs is rejecting that smoke, inhaling that smoke like that. Like God gave us ways that we can do that we can do the things that we like. We just can't do these things to our own understanding. We can't be out here just doing our own thing. We can't do us.
Right.
I mean, we can't do us. You can't do you. You got to do what God wants you to do.
Right now.
You can't believe in God and do the things that God wants for you to do and do you. Okay? That's not lawful in the eyes of God. Let me get Hosea 4:6.
It's Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The knowledge you Israelites lack about who you are keeps us destroyed.
Right.
It's keeping us cursed as a nation. It keeps showing the churches bowing down to a cross and a fake depiction of Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It keeps you in the masjid praying in the direction of a Kaaba in Mecca. It keeps you indoctrinated into everything that other nations practice. It keeps us wanting equality for everyone in the country, but the country has never wanted equality with you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Because we reject the knowledge that can unlock our destruction, that can save us, that can get us out of this destruction.
Right.
I mean, because God has rejected us as a nation. God is destroying us as a nation. We in the ghettos, always told to make the best out of our situations. We always gotta tell each other to be strong in the ugliest of conditions.
Right now.
The most talented people and strongest people whom God gave gifts have the smallest platforms to display their talents.
Right.
Because we're rejected by God. And until we return to Him, He doesn't want to hear from us. Since we've forgotten the law of God, read, King, what's going to happen?
That thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
So since we've forgotten the law of God, God is going to forget our seed.
Right.
I mean, we're going to be going through these curses, and our kids are going to be going through these curses. Y'all going to reject God, God going to reject you, and we as a nation look like a rejected people out here.
Right.
We look like God don't love us. All in the ghettos, all in the tracks. I mean, we just look like God has left us. God has left us alone as a nation. And all these other nations that we know that we're powerful in is reigning over us, King.
Right.
I mean, we don't want to know why. We just think it's a system. We just think it's the system of America, but it's God. I mean, God is causing the system of America to oppress you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
I mean, it's just not happening. And it's just not happening for nothing. I mean, God is doing this. Give me Deuteronomy 13. Give me that from the top, okay?
Deuteronomy 13 from the top. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or wonder.
Oh no, it's Salaki. Yeah. Give me Isaiah 43:1.
It's Isaiah 43:1. But now thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel. Fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine.
The Most High God Yahweh claims the descendants of Jacob as his. He says, thou art mine. I mean, you belong to God, sister. And y'all belong to God. So it's things that y'all got to do to be in God's pleasure. I mean, and going to church ain't it.
Right.
And keeping the Sabbath day is it, though.
Right.
And following the laws and the commandments of God is it, though. I mean, God says we are his people. We
Right.
belong to the Most High God. You belong to God, King. I know, but it's things we got to do, King.
Right.
I mean, it's things we got to do to honor God, so God will honor us. And with that, I'm going to pass the microphone to a powerful speaker,
God.
my teacher, and all praises to the Most High.
Right.